people. Rendering another World at War video. A lot of people, a lot of kids on this site look to me as a role model. And I appreciate that, but your role model should be your mother and father. I am not your role model. Your role model should be your mother and father. Believe me when I tell you. Look up to your mother and look up to your father. I'm just a guy, an entertainer on the internet that makes entertaining videos. That being said, I've been getting a lot of messages from people. I mean, this is the most asked question I've gotten in the past 3 years on this site. From kids asking me, what are the benefits of steroids and have I ever taken them? First off, I've never taken a steroid in my life and never will. All right? Everything I've got is from natural ability. It's from my genes. I have good genes. And besides, if I was on steroids, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd probably be in prison. Steroids will make you, for someone like me with my temperament, it would push me over the edge, believe me when I tell you. The benefits of steroids. All right, I'm going to give you the benefits of steroids. Because see, I know people that I was in high school with that were on steroids, and I'm going to tell you what they look like right now. They're either fat slobs or they're skinny twigs. They either, you know what I'm saying? Once you get off a steroid, you might as well just realize your life is basically going to go right back to where you were in the beginning. When all you need to do now is to do it the hard work way. Lift the hard work way, whatever. If you need a steroid to enhance your body, then you ain't nothing to begin with. It takes hard work to get, see me personally, I ain't touched the weight in 2 months. I'll never lose my size unless I become a deadly disease or something like that. I don't have to worry about losing my size. But the people I went to high school with, like I said, they're either slobs or they lost everything. They look like shit. Me, I'm 43 years old almost, and I still look good. So there are no benefits to taking steroids. There might be short-term benefits. You might look good, this and that, but you better be prepared to be on steroids the rest of your life, and guess what? That will never happen because you won't make it past 20. So my advice to people, do not take steroids. They are no good for you. If they were good for you, there wouldn't be an FDA law against taking them. They wouldn't be outlawed by the United States government. Believe me when I tell you, they give you an unfair advantage in a sporting event, obviously, no doubt about it. But I mean, look at all these baseball players, football players. Sean Merriman, I ain't saying nothing because he's my boy. But man, he got busted for that performance enhancer, whatever the hell it was. He ain't been the same since. So kids out there, for real, you do not want to take steroids. There's no benefit to them. There might be short-term benefit, but in the long run, there is no benefit at all. Imagine taking steroids, being all built, thinking you're all cool, this and that, and then 2 years later, you see some of these dudes you used to run with, whatever, and they see you all frail looking, this and that. There's no benefit to that. There's nothing that can benefit you out of that. So my advice is, I always tell those kids, do not take steroids. It's not worth it. Go out to the gym, take some protein, some supplements, and work out the hard way. That's what I did. Actually, I never really took supplements. All I did was take a lot of protein. I ate a lot of peanut butter out of the jar. That's what I did. Hydrogenated peanut butter. And I took a lot of protein because peanut butter has protein in it. And I worked out, not like a dog, but I mean, I just worked out. Now, like I said, I ain't touched the weight in 2 months, and you can't even tell. I take my shirt off, I still look big as hell. I might have a little gut, but I'm going on 43 years old. So like I said, I'm no role model. What I'm trying to tell you kids out there right now, though, look up to your mother and father, and believe me, don't even think about steroids, man. Trust me, there are so many documented cases in the world of people that were on steroids, and once you see them get off them, look at them, man, they're nothing. So if you have to take a drug to be something in the first place, when we all know without that drug you're going to be nothing, why not work hard for it? You work out, you will see some results. And I know there are ectomorphs out there, and an ectomorph is a body type that's hard to gain muscle, this and that. Believe me, you will put muscle on, you will get bigger. You might not get huge, but guess what? I got news for you. Women don't like huge men anyway. And I'm talking about muscular, real big. They don't like huge men like that. They like them nice and ripped up. Like about 180 pounds. That's a sad thing. They like 180-pound, frail-looking men to me. That's to me, 180 pounds is frail to me. But they like men about 180 pounds or 200 pounds. I'm 245 pounds right now. I could stand to go down to about 220. I'd look real good at that weight. But I don't have the discipline to diet anymore at my age. So, in a nutshell, what do we learn today, kids? Steroids is not the answer. Do it the hard way. And the number one most important thing we learned today, your parents should be your role model. None of us on the internet, no commentator on the internet, especially a commentator that commentates on a Call of Duty game or whatever game they commentate on, should not be a role model. We just like to entertain our subscribers and our fan base, and your parents should be your role model. Now, if your parents, God forbid, they are deceased or something like that, You might want to, if you look up to me as a role model, I will steer you in the right direction. But I cannot answer a lot of questions I get because I get questions all night long on my inbox. I'm not qualified to give you advice in life. I'm really not. Even though I could give them to you because I know what worked for me, but I'm not qualified to give you life, and I'm not going to act like I am in case you make a wrong decision because I know what I do, but a lot of people can't do what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not qualified to give you advice. So if you ask a question and I don't give you a direct answer, a response, whatever, don't take it personal. I'm just not qualified to give anyone advice on the internet because I might give you advice, you might do it, it might not work out for you, and then something might happen. I don't want that on my conscience, you know? But the only advice I'll give you right now is to look up to your mother and father. They're your role models, and do not take drugs, steroids, or nothing. Oh, and drugs, let me get to drugs real quick. Drugs and alcohol, believe me, been there, done that. Never was into drugs or nothing like that. I took pain pills because I had a bad back, this and that. But believe me, kids, you don't want to, I did drink a lot heavy. And that kind of ruined my NFL football career to be at the University of Syracuse. Drinking cost me. I won't get into that right now. Maybe in a future video. But I will tell you right now, do not start drinking at an early age. Get it out of your system because I'm going to tell you nothing. Drinking turned me into a devil. So drinking ain't the answer. Drugs ain't the answer. Believe me when I tell you, from my experience, you do not want to mess with drugs and alcohol. Believe me when I tell you. Like I said, I never smoked. I might have tried marijuana before. I never liked it. Cocaine, everyone's tried that. Pills, believe me, they're not the answer. They're nothing but poison. You do not want to start that bullshit because it's just a downward spiral, downward cycle in your life. Trust me. Like I said, it cost me millions of dollars because I definitely would have been in the NFL back in 1990. I guarantee I would have been a first-round draft pick. Guaranteed. But drinking, not drugs, drinking cost me my chance of glory. So I'm giving you this advice right now because I don't know if you have anyone that can give you advice. Those are the only sound advices I can give you. Like I said, I'm not qualified to give you any advice on what you should do in a certain situation. I'm not qualified for that. That ain't me. Do I suffer from depression? Absolutely. I'm a manic depressive. But a lot of times I can pump myself up this and that. I'm a rare case. So I really can't give you any advice on that. But I know there are people out there that suffer from the same depression modes that I have. There's days when I don't want to leave my house. There's days when I sleep all day long, this and that. But I adapt well and I can make myself come out of it at any given time. So I hope it helps. Don't make the wrong mistake, kids.